everybody. I'm Aaron Sampson, and this is Unwritten Rules. You know, this came to me. This is unbelievable. You know, one of the most stupidest ways I think that there is to make some extra cash is to rob a convenience store. Now I know, you screwed up, you did something, and you got to get out of town. But how much money do you think you're going to get, and how far are you going to think you're going to get from the amount of money that you robbed the convenience store to get? Maybe to the next town? But that's okay. That's all right, because you got a friend there, a friend named Bubba, of course. And Bubba's got a bright idea. Let's go rob another convenience store. Oh, that's brilliant. But Bubba's going to do you one better. You see, Bubba knows a black guy. Now, I don't know what it is. You got to have one black guy in there. I mean, I think it's a union rule or something like that. You go rob a convenience store, you got to have a black guy there. Okay? So here we go. We got three guys. They roll up onto, a convenience store. They check it out, and, okay, good, no cops around. You walk to the back. You pull out three big, long shotguns that nobody sees you pull out of the trunk in front of a convenience store. Okay. You walk in, you pull your mask down, and you demand respect immediately by firing a shot into the ceiling to get everybody's attention. 6 people whose only thing that they've got on their minds is what dip to go with the Doritos they're going to buy. You run up to one of them, you hit them in the chest with the butt of your gun, knocking them to the floor, and then you spin your gun around on them. That is great. You gotta spin your gun around on them. You know why? Because if you don't, the sucker's going to get up and break his leg off in your rear end, and you're going to look like a punk to the rest of the guys. We can't have that, because they're not going to let you ride out in their skate mobile with them. So you got to spin that gun back around on him to make sure he doesn't get up, pal. Then let's talk about the guy who's handling the register. Oh, he is brilliant. It's obvious he's done this before. He's got a shotgun on a 19-year-old girl or some Asian dude that looks like he's probably about 200 years old, and he's going, "Give me all the money, and I want the money under the till too." You can tell this guy's done this before. And what I think is so funny, the person behind the register is thinking to themselves, this guy it's got to be an inside job here, because nobody knows about the money that we slip under the till. You know those 20s, when they give you a 20, you take the 20, you slip it under the till? Only cash registers, people that do registers at convenience stores know about that. So you give these guys all the money, they turn around, thanks everybody, and say something smart or stupid, and then go backing out of the place, shooting and yelling and screaming, hopping in a car. They're doing about 55 miles an hour out of a parking lot and can't understand how the cops got a description of the car they were driving. They've got firing, what is that called? Discharging a weapon in a firearm in city limits. They've got an assault. They've got an assault with a deadly weapon and a bunch of other charges that they're going to throw on top of them when they get caught. And hey, that's not the major problem they've got. No, sir. That's not the major problem. They only got away with $106. Uh-oh. You can't split $106 3 ways. Somebody's stack is going to be higher than somebody else's stack. And it's not going to be the black guy either. No, it's not, because he's not going to put up with it. Bubba. This is how we end up with 2 dead bodies in the back of or trunk of a car that's been used in a robbery, that's been stashed in some place where nobody will ever find it, behind a dumpster in a low-income residential area. Apartments or whatever. Please. It smells bad, for one thing. After a couple days, it starts to stink. Bubba shows up at the hospital with some wounds, gunshot wounds, that look like, I mean, it's obvious they're point blank range within 2 or 3 feet. Probably got started shooting right at the table they were sitting at when they were counting the money and realized you can't split $106 three ways. Shows up at the hospital trying to tell a doctor that he's three black guys or a carload of black guys rolled by him and did a drive-by or something and he got hit. Bubba, I got some news for you. There's a lot of people out there, some of them are smarter than you. Doctors, for one thing. They know the difference between a shot that's been point blank range and a shot that came from a drive-by shooting. Bubba, don't use that excuse. Stupidest thing I think you can ever do is rob a convenience store, guys. Sorry. I know. I'm working for a living, and I'm getting rich the hard way. I'm getting rich the long way. But hey, it beats some of the stupid mess that's going on in the world today. I'm Aaron Sampson. This is Unwritten Rules, and that's just my thought for today. Y'all have a good night.